Episode 17 was really nothing short of
emotional damage
and the best fucking writing and script composition for an anime ever. I didn't cry on the outside, but I cried on the inside. I really loved the emotional depth given to Arnade and Gardar's relationship, and the mental struggles both of them face. Heavily reminiscing the old times back when it was peaceful and they couldn't be happier than they already were, compared to now where it's a thorny path of hardships and suffering. Name one series that has god tier levels of writing like this. And before someone says Berserk, no, I did not read that. Just huge props to Makoto Yukimura and Shuhei Yabuda and any other scriptwriters for elevating the story even more, with their love and passion for this series. By the way, kind of off topic, but I just wanted to mention, the thumbnail may have a screenshot from last episode, but technically still related since the fight happened this episode and there's a slight recap. Alright, let's dive into the nitty gritties of this episode. Let's get the easy part out of the way first. Thorfinn vs Snake. I've waited my entire life to see Thorfinn fully back in action with this fight and more than just little glimpses than what we had in previous episodes. I really do wish it was slightly longer though, but overall it was very satisfying to watch. The choreography was amazing and Thorfinn's wheeze was fucking nuts. Bro was on that Ultra Instinct type beat with one of those dodges, and it's good to see Thorfinn hasn't really gotten rusty with his combat skills either, even after becoming pacifistic. With Canute and his army on the way though, I wonder if Thorfinn will have to pull up again to protect the Einar. Also do feel the need to bring up Gardar choking the living shit out of Snake. Like, dude, I don't know how Snake is gonna recover after that. He might be dead, although I kinda doubt it, he's just probably unconscious. Gardar's flashbacks and him imagining his old self, seeing himself as when he was a slave, was an emotional train wreck. But I also love that representation of both sides of him. This is why I love Vinland. They add so much depth to characters who will only be relevant for one arc. And even side characters who aren't the focus of the arc, episode or whatever, are still given significant spotlight. This is how characters should be written and fleshed out. And it just adds on with the scene of Gardar dreaming of the past, seeing himself making the decision to go join that battle with the other men, showing that he's possibly regretting his actions now. You could just imagine him thinking, if he hadn't agreed to that, maybe he wouldn't be in this position now. And things could have stayed peaceful. Lastly, as I said earlier, I was hit emotionally on the inside. In my kokoro. Sorry, I know that sounded cringe. Actually, the final scene of Gardar reuniting with his son, which I won't even bother pronouncing his name, dream resembling Gardar passing on to heaven, or in terms of this series, Vinland. After that scene and the scene we saw after, you cannot tell me Gardar isn't dead. And speaking of dead, Snake's men coming up to Arnade and Gardar, I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen to them. One thing for sure though, they aren't killing or like hurting Arnade since she's pregnant with Kito's baby. Man, the next episode is about to be crazier and possibly kinda hype, with the focus now reshifting towards Canute and Kito and the others. Overall, a phenomenal conclusion to this arc, amazing story for Arnade and Gardar, and even some more great moments for Thorfinn and Einar. This was a fantastic arc. I'm glad we had this in between the Canute stuff. Let me know what you thought of this arc and episode down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more of these reviews, and leave a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.